guys, it's so sunny that I'm having to like pull my face out of the sun so I'm not like blinded by it. Direct contrast to Monday's thrifting video where there was no sunshine, you couldn't see the mountains.
No, and it's like night and day, you know. We woke up this morning, not a cloud in the sky, and it was raining last night.
And even made more perfect by the fact that we're headed to the Goodwill Bins. We're super excited. We found no books on Monday. We did find some Afghans, but of course I'm always looking for pieced quilts, super cool Afghans, and we want to find more coffee table books, like the big oversized books. Every time we find them, those sell immediately. Cookbooks, and then like anything like early 1900s, late 1800s, those are always the most popular books to resell for profit, as well as classics like Little Women, Jungle Book, things like that. So we'll take you along to the Goodwill outlet and we'll let you see what the bins have.
I was hoping we could be here at 9 when they opened so that we could get a cart, but alas, we did not make it. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if there's a cart in there. We might have to wait around a while and swipe one from someone going out that's checking out.
But I did get my hair and makeup done, so at least there's that. He gave me 10 minutes. All right, first things first. I found this Afghan. I love that it's cream. I love the pattern. And then I also found what I think might be a vintage two-sided coat. There's no tags, but it's got like what I'm thinking is faux fur and then leather, and then you can just do it both ways because look, there's buttons on both sides. So I'm gonna grab that. I usually buy quilts, but this is a Laura Ashley. It looks like it does need some OxyClean, but I'm gonna take it home and see what I can do. So we're starting to find some older stuff in here, like this doll is interesting. E.G. Co. It's like a soft body doll. I'm missing the clothes, so I might leave that here. I found this really cool wreath. They need some more flowers, but I actually have some like random stuff that if I filled in the bottom, that would be good. And then I found a baseball bag for Jonah, Caitlin's son. It's got some marker on it, but these bags are so expensive. So I'm gonna grab this, and then if I find a better one, I'll put this one back. Found a kitty doorstop. It's got a weighted bottom. It's really cute.
Here we go. I got a Better Homes and Garden right off the bat. 1976. I'll have to look through the website. I can't remember if the music pages have been selling. Just that these are just like basic like worksheet type books. So this is the kind of thing I'm looking for. What's this book peeking out right under there? Feels like I staged it, but I promise you, I just walked by, saw this old book, volume 1. 1878 self-portrait. Let's see. All right. This is 2 volumes. I have volume 1 here. Oh, that paper's so thin. So 1919. Look, there's another one. Not as old. Just looked old. We had a talk this morning. We're like, do we need more Reader's Digests? And we both decided only if they were really cool. I feel like this falls under the really cool category. We mostly buy them for the covers. The short stories are fun inside, but or the condensed stories, I guess they are, but mostly we're going for what they look like on the outside.
Remember those bags that we picked up in England? Here is a little like Cath Kidston makeup bag, I think washed up. This is going to be so cute and definitely worth grabbing here. Do people wear scarves? It's really pretty. I'm going to grab that one. What do you think? This looks like a handmade doll. It's got some embroidery on the dress and vintage lace. I'm gonna take this. This is beautiful. So here is the perfect example of a great coffee table book. The cover is kind of roached, but that's okay because you can take that off. And it's a beautiful like hardcover book. And then inside you've got classic American history homes with beautiful illustrations. All right, so I'm going through the stuffed animals here. Never sleep on vintage stuffed animals. We got Rudolph here. We've got this cute little Dalmatian. And actually, I'm going to ask Caitlin first if she wants it, because this came out about the time she was obsessed with 101 Dalmatians. So that's really cute. You just never want to sleep on old toys, because you just never know what does well. I know this will sell for about 20 bucks. This one I've never looked up, but I can tell from the tag that it's probably from the early 90s. So I bet that would probably sell for about 20 bucks. And it has the original tag.
Oh, this isn't even that old. Oh, no, it is 1931. Copyright 1934. Look at that. I found 1 and 2. So these ones here are a pretty cool find. 1925, $2 a year. It's like a music magazine. Look at all that stuff you found over there. Look, I found a cookbook, Land O'Lakes. So this one's not terribly old, from the 60s, but I'm getting it because it's yellow. We do not find yellow books very often. And every now and then a pop of yellow looks really cool on the bookshelf.
I know Zeb's going to be like, stop buying vintage baby clothes, but look at this. Odelia's going to die. Somebody's going to have a little girl that's going to need this dress. And when am I ever going to find a vintage smocked dress? So I found this cool vintage alarm clock. It's got a couple of scuffs, but I think it's worth taking home to see if it works. Reasons we love the bins. Alphabear's books. Originally $9.50. It's from 1984. And it's A to Z, all about bears. Teddy bears, especially like vintage teddy bears. Super popular right now. So the subject matter is good. And it's just a darling little book. And it's hardback, which I like. Everybody's getting ready because new bins are coming out. I can finally get back to my stack and put my stuff before I go check them out. You can see it's going to get a little bit crazy here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, limited edition pink one here. So we found this one. Jamie walked over here. I've been through these bins forward and backwards, and right on the top, here's this book. I wonder if someone threw it back. Sometimes they do.
Yeah, it's 1919, so it's well over 100 years old. And it's on Samuel Butler, a memoir.
Oh, I think I have volume 1 over there.
All right, well, let's take that.
So in regular thrift store, this is why I usually go down an aisle and then Jamie comes down after. I've been through these bins. I basically touched like all these books in every bin and moved them around. And she's over here finding fun stuff.
Like vintage greeting cards. All occasion assortment.
All right, we're about an hour in, and I was able to snag a cart, so I'm going to fold all this up and kind of organize it in here so that we can kind of see what we actually have. I was just randomly walking by an old bin, and this was sitting on the top of it like someone had thrown it back. That actually happens quite often, where someone will just throw something back, and you go back and you've been through a bin 20 times, and you're like, oh, look, this is new. They may have thrown it back because of this like little, I don't know, is that a tear or the way they finished it? I don't know, just on the end of the scallop there, but that doesn't bother me.
So I'm looking through the books and I found this one. It's missing the edge. It's like an older golden book, but see, it's 25 cents. So you know it's pretty old. But look at the art in that. Like, I just think this framed would be so precious in like a nursery. So I'm going to grab it and then just sell it for art. Somebody can take this book apart and really make some cute stuff. So amongst all that crazy, I found a great camping quilt, all hand-pieced with a vintage floral on the back. And then another kind of like hand-sewn quilt. I'll check when I get home to see if it's mass-produced or not, but it's still pretty cute, so I'm going to grab it. They just switched out these end bins too, and I found this brand new shower curtain. The fabric is really cute. It's like a textured, so I'm going to pick this up for sure.
The bin switch out has been good this time. They're doing books for me. Then we're probably going to go after this. This is our second switch out, maybe third, if you count the books. Excited about the books though.
So Zeb, You can tell it's been an interesting, by the way my hair looks, how hard I've worked. Tell them, how much money did we spend? Almost what?
$154 exactly.
154.
So big, you know, last week was the biggest, the week before that was the biggest. We're gonna start needing 2 carts. But we don't always pick everything because we're trying to be more selective, because we found we had a really good haul Monday. So we got a lot of stuff, and I was being really selective with books. I probably got 40 pounds in books.
I think that we probably got about $20 worth of stuff just like for us. You might have noticed the giant Mickey and Minnie. That's for some family members of ours. I found some clothes for Odelia. So it's more than just flipping for profit. It's buying things that we need, because our kids have started to give us lists like, oh, I need this, kind of shoe, or I need this pant, or I need new swim trunks or whatever. And if I can pick stuff up at the bins for $1 or 50 cents, that's going to cost me 20 or 30, I'm going to do it all day long. We're going to take you guys home, and we're definitely going to spread this out and go slow, because there's a lot of stuff we did not film buying just because it was so massive. There were so many people and it was hard to film everything.
All right, real quick, I'm in the shop here and I need some wax for those candles that we're gonna make. Looks like we have a lot of Christmas scents. So I'm kind of like, why don't I get the Christmas Day ones? But I'm also leaning towards Farmhouse Fig. I don't know. So I may have bought more of these little vessels. They're little cups.
Vintage vessels.
But I have a lot of them. We actually have like 4 more than this, but we're gonna be using some soy wax that we carry in the shop.
This is scented with non-toxic ingredients, so it's nice because it's wax and the scent. I think it's like $16.95 for 8 ounces. So we're gonna see how many ounces it takes to do these. And then we have like 4 left over that we're just gonna sell unfilled, like on Saturday. And yeah, so maybe this will be a fun thing that we do. We bought these on Amazon.
Just a big old bundle of cotton wicks. So we're gonna melt these down. I think it'll be really fast and easy. Drop them in the microwave, melt them, do a little dip to get some on the bottom, poke them in here, and we'll be done.
My thought is this is like a crafternoon project where you could just take vintage vessels, get them all clean, melt some wax, and make candles. We'll see if it's that simple. Okay, so we've got...
Is that 8 ounces?
Yeah, it's 8 ounces.
They smell good. I can smell them from here.
Country pear, and we're gonna microwave it like 30 seconds at a time to melt it.
Okay. So I'm guessing the package goes by weight, not volume, because it's an 8-ounce package, but we got about 11 ounces.
Yeah, just under 12. I was gonna dip this in wax and then put it on the bottom, and I held it in place, but it didn't stick, so we're gonna hot glue. It just needs to stick.
We'll see if the hot glue works, because that wax is hot.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not working.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna do some trial and error. We've poured candles before, but it's been a while and it's like different every time.
And everybody told us we did it wrong last time, but I read directions. So I got this idea from Liz Marie, if any of you guys follow her on Instagram. She is an influencer and she does a lot with Antique Candle Company, and we sell all their candles. So I thought I would try this out. Here we go. Little glue.
A little drop of hot glue there.
These are soy dipped paper wicks from Amazon.
It actually took a lot to fill one of these little cups up.
Yeah, well, I think we can do 2 of these cups and maybe 1 of the...
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use 2 of these up, and then whatever we can fill up, it will be great. Is that jar saw or that measuring cup hot?
Yeah, but I need to... Yeah, it's hot. You see, I got my pot holder here.
Right there.
Right there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the wick fell over, so now we gotta stand it back up.
You need like a...
I'll go get something to lean it against.
Okay, I'll just hold it with my finger.
Just like that? Just stay there for like an hour while that...
If you put a show on and give me a drink, I'll stay here all afternoon.
All right. I found this chewed up pencil in the key drawer.
Oh, not sure.
You don't need to do that. You just need to lean it like kind of slightly up against it. There you go.
Like that? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Yeah, that looks pretty centered, looking good. And that's gonna cure up white, so
I think it'll look good.
that's kind of angled in there. I think it'll be all right. Quarter inch about for the wick. We're gonna guesstimate. We want to keep it below the rim of the candle.
And you'll notice we're missing one. Some kid stuck their finger in it, so we had to heat gun it, and then we put it in the. It's cooling. If you ever have any like unevenness or bubbles, you can just heat gun the top and it'll smooth it out. But they actually set up pretty well. That's nice wax. So since we're gonna resell these, we will print out a warning label to put on the bottom of all of them that people can take off at their own risk. But you always wanna make sure if you're gonna be reselling a candle that you're doing things safely. So trim your wick below the top, only 1/4 inch, and put a warning label on the bottom. I can't advise you as to the warning label, but we just...
Well, they look real cute.
Yeah, you did good. This was your idea, remember? We thrifted these. We've got a few left over, so we'll sell those Saturday. But these we will get listed, so by the time this video goes live, if you want to buy them, you can. I think I'm going to do $16.95 for these bigger ones because they have almost double the wax, and then $12.95. And then $12.95 for these little ones. And
the other one's in the freezer because I had to heat gun it. It's just cooling off.
They're all country pear. If they do well, maybe we'll do some more in an afternoon.
It is making me hungry for like pear jam. It's 3 weeks in a row that we've had the biggest haul we've ever had at the bins.
And we finished Zeb's little project that he wanted to do from the thrifted vessels that we purchased. Was it Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
Sometimes Zeb has grand ideas and things sit around for a while, so I'm glad that we got right to this. I will link below the candle wax that we used. We have a bunch of different scents, so if you guys want to do the same thing, and we'll put the Amazon link for the wicks because they worked out pretty well.
Yeah, and they are good and fairly inexpensive compared to what I found at local craft stores.
We're also going to be selling these, so I'll put them up on the website, and then Saturday we'll have the extra little teacups if you want them. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Vintage for more
DIY
and thrifting. We'll see you on the next episode.